Soulful Menagerie by Chocolate Castle in the Sky on AO3, read by Lily6645. Chapter 3. What does it take for one soul to recognize another? Summary. People grow together and apart. Shota sighed in frustration. Strong arms wrapped around him, easing some of the tension from his shoulders.
It's okay, babe. We'll get it sorted. That's the third school we've tried, and they've all mistreated him.
The paper in his hand crumbled. Another false report of Hitoshi's misdeeds.
Maybe we just need to put him back into his online school. He was learning quite a bit anyway.
The blonde started to massage the knots out of the other's shoulders.
What about social skills and that stuff?
Shota mumbled.
We'll figure it out. It's not like you're the poster child for that anyway. And you're still wonderful and amazing.
The man teased his husband.
There are other options. We can put him in an evening class for a hobby or something. Let him meet other kids that way. You're right. I wanted this to work for him.
I know, babe. He kissed his neck.
You're doing an amazing job, Sho. It doesn't feel like it. I feel like I keep making things worse.
Every time that he patrolled, the erasure hero checked on the treehouse. Hitoshi had shown him for signs of the teen he had bonded with. The note would eventually be taken, but that was the only thing that was different. Between the failed attempts at getting him into a decent school and the inability to find his pseudo-brother, Shoto was sliding back into the belief that he didn't have what it took to be a decent parent. His eyes were drawn to the dejected animals on his arm. He was supposed to have several soul children. How would he help them if he couldn't even help this one?
He made an online friend his age, didn't he? He has enough to eat, a warm and safe place to live, and two parents that love him. He's opening up more and more each day.
Hizashi had his own doubts and insecurities, especially given how his husband had more soul children than he did. But he also believed that they were doing the best they could by their lavender-haired son.
We're all figuring this out.
Shota sighed and nodded. He pushed back the chair and gripped his husband's hand. Together they walked to Hitoshi's room, where they heard him chatting through the headset he'd gotten for his birthday. There was an online roleplay game based around heroes, and the boy had made a friend his age in the underground hero area for the game. The website was one that was well vetted, where players could only interact with those in their set age range. The adults had researched it well before signing the kid up. The parents leaned against the doorframe, watching as the 8-year-old's eyes gleam as his fingers flew across the keyboard.
We did it!
The kid cheered.
Toshi, could we chat for a sec?
Hizashi called to the kid.
Sure thing, Papa. Mighty Green, I have to go. Talk later.
Taking off the headset revealed his gravity-defying hair. He turned in his computer chair to face the two heroes, their mancoon covering his lap.
What's going on?
Shota's heart warmed at the question. It had taken weeks to get the boy comfortable with asking them anything. Maybe we are doing an okay job.
We wanted to talk to you about school.
The boy's face scrunched in dismay.
We think that maybe we should put you back into your online school and find a different way for you to make friends your age.
Really? The boy was clearly trying not to get his hopes up, but it wasn't well masked.
Really. The schools we've tried hadn't put your education first, and they should. We don't want you to be disadvantaged because they're stupid heads. Hazashi!
Shota warned his husband, even as the boy giggled at the last bit.
He has a point, though. They aren't treating you right, and it's not fair to you to keep switching schools. We will need to do something to make sure you spend time with kids your age. But for now, we'll focus on your education.
The boy dislodged the pet and leapt into the arms of his fathers, who easily caught him. He mumbled his thanks over and over again into their chests. Shota couldn't help but kiss the boy's head.
We'll have you switch over summer break. You only have a week left until then, okay?
Each year, on his birthday, Izuku requested that they have a picnic at the same park he had once met the purple-haired boy at in hopes of seeing him again. Each year, Kachan would mock him for being so desperate for a friend that he'd
Go sit like a loser waiting for someone that would just leave when he learned you're quirkless.
This year was no different. Inko had noticed that her baby was struggling in school, but there was little she could do about it. His grades didn't reflect his abilities. She's watched Izuku read and write at much higher than expected level, not to mention his decision to learn English. Hazashi was willing to send the boy some items from America to help in this regard, too. The two boys didn't speak, but little things like this reminded Inko why she had fallen in love with the man so many years ago. Like always, the Bakugos accompanied them on their birthday trip. Izuku and Katsuki's relationship was as rocky as ever, but the quirkless boy refused to completely give up on his platonic soulmate. The day was fairly cloudy, but there was no rain in the forecast for their outing. Izuku pestered the blonde boy about playing heroes with him or trying to find bugs, but to no avail. The older was also faster, making it difficult to keep up with him when he was running around the playground. After nearly an hour of chasing Kachan, Izuku slumped onto the blanket that his mother had brought with them. The three adults chuckled at his apparent exhaustion.
Izu, why don't we start lunch? Maybe that will get you the energy you need to keep running around.
He nodded at his aunt, who then screamed for her child to come back and eat. Izuku hummed in delight when he took his first bite of the bento that his mom had made him. It was fairly quiet while they ate. Everyone enjoyed the delicious food. His uncle had baked cupcakes for the occasion, and once they had eaten their dessert, it was time for presents. The Bakugos had given him 3 gifts, one from each of them, they said. The first was a new All Might hoodie, a size too large so he could wear it longer. The second was a new action figure. This one of the hero Present Mike, whose popularity was quickly rising due to his radio show. The third was a new headset for his computer, styled as Present Mike's hero gear.
Thank you, thank you, thank you!
The boy practically launched himself into the arms of the adult Bakugos.
You're welcome, Izu.
Masaru ruffled the boy's hair.
Why don't you see what your mother got you?
He shifted back into his spot, a blush dusting his cheeks. His mother handed him a large package and an envelope. Happy birthday, my baby boy.
Mom!
The boy protested being called a baby, especially in public. He was already 8. His mom laughed and hugged him. You'll always be my baby, no matter how old you are. With that, he opened the large gift first. At her urging, he pulled out a beautiful quilt made from his old hero t-shirts and sweaters. His lip wavered as he thanked his mom, who simply smiled and nudged the envelope towards him. Izuku carefully broke the seal and pulled out a card. He read through his mom's writing, eyes widening at the end. He couldn't hold back his tears.
Really?
Do you like it? Inka was fairly certain he would, but a sliver of her insecurity slipped into her voice.
I love it! Thank you, Mama!
Gymnastics lessons. He couldn't wait. He had wanted to take a form of martial arts, but there weren't any dojos in the area willing to take on a quirkless student. Gymnastics, however, was more lenient. It would still help him become a hero, too. Hitoshi left his room for dinner, feet guided by the sound of playful bickering between his fathers. Moments like this had him contemplating just how quickly he fell into pure comfort around them, like his mom or Dabi, who he regularly worried about. His dad assured him that he checked their treehouse while on patrol, just in case. This was one of those secrets he'd disclosed to his best friend, whose real name he didn't even know.
Hey, kiddo! How's your game?
Hitoshi's papa grinned as he filled the boy's plate with food.
Good.
He gave them a small smile, trying to figure out how to ask them the question that had been on his mind for the past few hours.
Learn anything new from it?
I think I've managed to make an in-game replica of your directional speaker. He blushed at the admittance. He and his friend had decided to try and create as many real-life support gear items as possible in-game. He wouldn't dare admit their failed attempts at a capture scarf, though.
That's cool.
His dad nodded at him across the table.
How's your friend? He's doing good! He actually just had his birthday, so he's only like 2 weeks younger than me.
He paused.
Actually, you know how you guys said that I should take up an activity to socialize since I'll be doing online school? Yeah, did you have something in mind? Well, for his birthday, his mom enrolled him in gymnastics lessons. I thought that maybe I could try it too.
It would be cool to talk to him about that, what we're learning and stuff. He trailed off.
I don't see why not. We can take a look at what programs there are around here for your age group and would be at a reasonable time.
He gave his fathers a grateful smile.
Plus, it would be good to have some physical activity along with your socializing.
Wouldn't it be neat if you ended up in the same class as him too? The blonde chimed in. It's not very likely. I don't even know if he lives anywhere near here. Dejection seeped into his words. I suppose that is information you don't want to share with people online, but maybe someday you two can meet up when you're older. He wants to go to UA and be a hero. It had taken Hitoshi weeks to admit that he wanted to be a hero, and he naturally wanted to attend the school his parents attended. Well, if the universe doesn't align before then, you two have a place in mind to be able to meet. The blonde encouraged the boy. Though you won't be getting very far towards heroics or gymnastics if you don't make sure you eat up. Purple Catnap 71. Hey, my dads say that I can join gymnastics and try to be a hero like you. Mighty Boy Green. That's awesome! How cool would it be if we got to meet through that? Purple Catnap 71. Papa says if we don't, we can always meet at UA. Mighty Boy Green. Yay! We'll be the best hero duo the underground has ever seen! Purple Catnap 71. Isn't the point of going underground not being seen? Eye roll. Mighty Green Boy. Rude. Purple Catnap 71.
Just saying.
Mighty Boy Green. Yeah. Oh, did you hear about the water hose fight the other day? They totally took down this villain group that was trying to rob a jewelry store. Purple Catnap 71. Don't they usually do rescue work? Mighty Boy Green. They do, but they just happened to be having lunch nearby, and when they heard the alarm, they jumped into action. It was so cool! I wonder if I can replicate their quirks on here. Purple Catnap 71. Wouldn't that require you doing a major format change? Right now, you're focused on agility and stealth, so it would be hard to bring in a flashy quirk like theirs. Mighty Boy Green. Nah, their quirk is so versatile. You don't have to use it like they do. I'm going to try it. Purple Catnap 71. I'm here for when you need to be told I told you so. Mighty Boy Green. Blocked! Purple Catnap 71. Rude. That is the end of part 1 of chapter 3 of Soulful Menagerie by Chocolate Castle in the Sky on AO3. If you like this, please go support the original author on AO3, link in the description below. Thank you so much for listening. I'll work on getting more of this fic out as much as I can. Sorry I got sick and work has been hectic. Hope you have a great day, night, or whatever time zone you are in. Bye kittens and bye heroes.